Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. My respected elderly brothers and sisters, welcome back to the talk that we started, about COVID-19, what we actually learned from it, or we still learning, and, how to stay healthy. Mostly other than the azkar that we do, mashallah, and trying to keep the bonds. The other component of health is food. You are basically what you eat. In fact, you are basically what you ingest. And so food that we eat is a determining factor, inshallah, about whether COVID is going to succeed or not. Beside all the dua that we're making, it boils down, inshallah, to your immune system. And inshallah, you do your best and expect, inshallah, to do the rest. And part of doing your best is the foods that you eat. Gone are the days when you can stay home, mashallah, and you eat whatever you want, you eat all the junks and, lick your lips and, you'll be going out soon and burn it out and you have other things to do. Now you are back in one place and you don't even know who got what. So we become suspicious of each other, we don't feel comfortable being with each other. SubhanAllah, for the first time in I don't want to say in human history, but for the first time in modern history, part of showing love to someone is not visiting him. They're telling us that, if you really care about the old people, don't go close to them. So by staying away from them, that's how you show love, which is just the opposite of what we know. And so the foods that we eat, the food that we give to our parents, our great-parents, become a determining factor of whether COVID-19 is succeeding or our immune system is succeeding. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. And the only way you can actually equip your immune system is to eat right and think right. And I hope we take lessons from COVID-19. See, the foods that we're talking about, you don't have to go around thinking what I'm going to eat. Just look in Al-Quran and the Sunnah. The same foods that are mentioned, the same vegetables that we know. Foods, as someone was asked, how do you know healthy food from the bad one? He said, foods that your grandma doesn't know about, that's not good, that's not food, that's not healthy food. Because if it's healthy food, your grandma will have known it. And so this is why we have all these packaged foods, the processed food that we eat, especially now that, alhamdulillah, a person can, maneuver around and, buy some healthy foods. And when I'm talking of healthy foods, I'm not saying that you're going to buy like super expensive foods. And no, those basic foods, you just have to replace one food with the other. We used to eat, we like white rice, for instance, and now that, I can't go out that much and, too much carbohydrate. How do I burn it? I don't want to, gain weight, because if I gain weight, that itself is going to actually push me to have pot belly. And Umar Sallau, over 1,400 years ago, has warned us against pot belly, that a Muslim should do whatever it takes not to have pot belly. SubhanAllah. And now scientists are saying one of the worst things that a man can do is to have pot belly. Why? Because pot belly actually, it incites, the release of cortisol and also messes up the way insulin is released, the way the body actually, ingest, digest, and actually distribute fat. And that itself could contribute to so many diseases. And so now that, especially, we've taken things for granted, but now that we know that we can't go out, or we don't, subhanAllah, we don't move that much, So you say that, yeah, I've been abusing this and taking the white rice, now then I have to shift, take beans because it has fiber to do the job. And, as I told friends, that one of the best foods for diabetics, for those with hypertension, guess what? Is what is mentioned in Al Quran. A food packed with fiber, and that's lentils, others mentioned in Surah Al Baqarah. And other legumes, now you have beans. When it comes to beans, you have like white eye beans, you have pinto beans, you have kidney beans, so many different types of beans. Those are packed with fiber, and those are very good. So we replace them with white rice. Brown rice is okay. We can also use quinoa. Some people say, I've never heard of quinoa. It's Quinoa, quinoa. If your doctor approves that is good. It's packed with protein. Not animal protein. This is plant-based protein. When it comes to milk, if you're not sure of how healthy the milk is, and you still want to have the taste, at least you can have soy milk. Make sure that it's non-GMO. It's extremely important. Have water. You drink enough water. If you want to add something, it should be juice. If it's sweet, let's say apple juice, please try to, if it's 100% organic apple juice, if it's 100% juice, and it's, let's say, it's sweet, like apple juice, please try to dilute it. And when it comes to teas, I did mention about hibiscus tea, good for hypertension, elderberry tea, good for asthma, bilberry tea, good for the eyes, blueberry tea, good for the brain, and the list goes on. We're wrapping up, so I can't go into details, but that is just that. Just eat right, and please cut your consumption of meat. And when it comes to our food that you concentrate on, you have vegetables and fruits. And that's why you look throughout Al-Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving assurance to people of Jannah. What is the food that you're going to have? Look, always on the list, first thing, fruits. Why fruits? Because it's packed with polyphenols. And that in turn actually boosts your health. Because don't forget, in order to have eternal bliss, you need eternal health. For eternal health, you need foods that will actually boost you to do that. Finally, let us also look at ourselves. My brothers and sisters, with all due respect, we've known how we've turned our masjids into a place of backbiting, a place of envy, a place of this one said this and this one said and see him and this, and look at the type of subhanallah, even in a masjid. Yes, we've said that COVID-19 could be, a test, maybe because we have so many different vices, so many bad things happening. Not only you have the gays and the lesbians, now they're even teaching us to kindergarten children. We talk about all these, but let us also look at ourselves. Even in our masjid, we've turned our masjids into cinema. This is where we watch movies. This is subhanallah in the masjid. That's how far we've gone to disrespect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger. Could it be that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also using this to actually just get us out of the masjid, to clean his masjid, to clean his home, to clean his place, so that maybe, just maybe, we take a lesson from this, and so that when we come back, we don't take things for granted. You can't take anything for granted anymore. So that that, what? It is time for us to actually rearrange our lives. And when we come to our masjids, just as we respect our courts and don't have phones out, either to be talking on the phones or have it ringing, or even to the extent of watching movies, maybe when we come back to our masjids, now that we're not taking it for granted, we will appreciate the masjids and let them be masjids and behave in them as if we are in masjids, because you know what? We are in masjids. And now that we've missed each other, we've known the value of each other. So when we come, we forgive, we let things go and rearrange things. Let us ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us. And so that bring about this unity, because we need each other. Humans are social beings. Studies have shown that if you are isolated without interacting with other people, you'll go mad. That's how much we need each other. So let us appreciate each other, forgive each other, and amend things and let things move forward, inshallah. Once more, Eid Mubarak, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ease our affairs and bring us back to the masjids. We miss each other so that we hug each other, open a new page and move on. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.